If you're not a sports fan, I feel very sorry for you. Last night at Augusta, the Masters was unbelievable. Rory Mcillroy is now a Grand Slam winner. He's got himself a green jacket as well. Welcome to our Masters preview. Welcome to the Centre Strike podcast. We've even got the green lights on, Tom. Huh? Come on.
Mate, where do we even start?
Where do we start? That was unbelievable last night.
I think about back to 2019 and
Tiger vibes.
But I think that tops it.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, it was Dubai time. It was on till what, 3:30 or something like that?
Yeah, 3:30.
You couldn't. I was kind of dozing off at times, but it was so hard not to just
keep. Yeah. I was dozing in and out of.
It was unbelievable. You had to stay up and watch it. You know.
Yeah.
I just think, fair play to him. I thought if he does lose this, it could be a bit of a problem moving forward.
That if he had lost it, I don't know how he'd.
I'm so happy he's done it though. So happy.
I think everyone is though. Everyone's happy for him.
If there was a golfing god, he would have made sure that McIlroy wins it.
Extremely hard work for himself, didn't he? But going into that back nine, 4 shots clear. Mm-hmm. You just think you can't lose this now, can you? But
golf's mad. Golf is actually
incredible,
mad.
Isn't it? It was one of those though, for him, the Masters, that elusive major.
Yeah.
He was always going to make it not hard for himself, but
even not winning a major in 10 years is just crazy to be saying that about McIlroy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This guy is
the most talented.
One in a generation, and he's just not got himself a major in 10 years is just crazy.
It's ridiculous. 40, that's 40 times. 40 majors.
40 majors, is it?
Yeah.
Christ.
Since winning. And there's obviously that. You could see him on the 18th screen, how emotional. It was just like a...
Just came out.
Everything came out, didn't it? Yeah. But that reaction, that picture, that'll go down in
gives you goosebumps just now.
Thinking about it. And that little 4-footer. For me and you, for everybody probably watching, they were not as nervous as him. I imagine the hands were going...
Oh man, I'd have been up and out of that, missed it, right? All day long. But see, just from a sporting spectacle, if you do not watch sport, you've missed out.
Yeah.
Even people who don't even watch golf would have been tuning into that.
Yeah. They would have enjoyed it, right?
Yeah. From a neutral point of view, if you're a McIlroy fan or not, what a spectacle. Do you know what I mean? But if you're a McIlroy fan, there's times where you're tearing your hair out.
Yeah.
That whole last
How many times he's done that over the last 3-4? But he even talked about prior to 2014, ones that he'd missed out on.
Oh.
But an emotional roller coaster, wasn't it? But.
And then we'll go into the round a little bit here. So throughout the 4 rounds, he's made 4 double bogeys. Mm-hmm. Nobody in Masters history has ever won a green jacket making 4 double bogeys. That was what they were saying last night, and I'm just
the one that sticks out for me was 13.
13 was off the charts.
That was just...
You know what though? You've got... Your respect grows from even more when he comes out. This is one of the the best sporting athletes in the world, and he came out and he says I was really, really nervous starting today on the first tee. You're part of you thinks these guys don't get nervous.
And they never show it either. You look at McIlroy quite steel faced, and he's come out, and you probably thought he's amped up and ready to go, but he's obviously extremely, extremely nervous. Like we all get though. But that must be on a. If you put it all together, the 10 years of no major, and it's the Masters for the Grand Slam, he's going to be
that's it's crazy,
cacking his pants, isn't he?
But the way that shot in 13, I actually thought that
I've got a theory to this.
Go on.
And I think every golfer has been there, right?
Okay.
You might be ahead in a match play, ahead in a stroke play by 4 shots, right? And all you're thinking, let's just make par, right? Mm-hmm. And you're defensive. You're not going for pins, right? So he's laid up on 13. He's got that wedge shot, and he's hit a howler. It was awful, right?
Yeah, absolute shocker.
2 holes later, though, he's then one back, isn't he? Mm-hmm. And he's got that 7-iron
Joke.
Absolute
joke.
Around the trees, and he's pulled off that shot. But in that mindset, it's flipped from going, all I need to do is make par and get in. But now he's going, I need to make a birdie, and he's pulled off. I think the Tiger chip-in is the one that I remember being like incredible. But the hook 7-iron shot around the trees. What was it like?
Wait, hold on a second. You're telling me that's close to the Tiger's chipping on 16?
It's better.
Mate, what?
That shot's better than Tiger.
That is an outrageous statement.
Show me another golfer that can hit that 7-iron shot.
Mate, Tiger's chipping on 16 was off the charts.
Nah, I think that's better.
He was reading it like a putt and everything.
Nah, don't agree with you.
So you're saying Rory's second shot at the par 5?
Well, let's put it to the viewers then. Let's see who we can decide. They can decide what shot was better. But
he missed the putt as well. It might have been like
it's the shot though, given the circumstances.
I know. Like, see, going back to that shot on 13 though, right? Like, he was probably 20 yards right of where he needed to be with a wedge, right?
Which one were you talking
on the one where he put in the water on 13.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a poor shot, right? Now, when you hit so many bad shots like that, to then flip it and do what he done, like, everyone else would be down in the dumps. Oh, it's a disaster. He's gone and made birdies, and he's just, the mindset flipped. And it's like, instead of saying, like, oh, how many bad shots did they hit? What about the resilience of the guy to come back? Like, the birdie on 17 was an absolute joke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
So I think that's like, even Rory said that last night, like, the way he's proud of the way he flipped himself and turned it, didn't let it linger, basically.
But it happened again, though. So he's made birdie on 17.
Yeah, I know. 18.
And then that wedge shot was it looked like he's tried to like almost guide it, almost came out of it. And
he
knew immediately he'd made a mess of it.
Yeah, I remember Nick Faldo there saying you can't go left, so I think he's maybe like tried to be too safe. But then he's hit the bunker shot, and I thought under pressure, quite a good bunker shot, yeah. And it's like, this is the putt to put 10 years of, not misery, but
you can't miss it again. But
can't miss it. And then see when he missed it, I thought, no, that's it. That's it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. And you're like a bit devastated, right? But then you're like, bloody Justin Rose has just made like 10 birdies, wasn't it, in the final
10
round?
birdies, yeah.
This guy now deserves to be up there as well. He deserves to win it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It was a funny one. See, at the start of the day, well, in my eyes, it was Bryson versus Rory. Because Justin didn't get off to the greatest of starts. He didn't come out the gates very quick. And then, one par on the back nine.
Yeah.
And just a blitz of birdies. But even that putt on 18 he had was unbelievable.
Great celebration as well.
Yeah. Just a classy guy, isn't he?
Class.
Yeah.
He's been down at the academy and he's lovely.
I refer to him as like the James Bond of golf.
He's cool, isn't he?
Cool. Yeah.
He is cool.
Yeah. Just that, I don't know.
Under pressure, he's brilliant, by the way. Even in the Ryder Cup, aye.
Yeah.
Holding that putt on the 18th in Rome.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But like, as experience goes, it's funny as well. Like, you look at Rory and Bryson. When I look at Bryson now, they're not too dissimilar in age, but I just feel like McIlroy is so much more mature than he. It just feels like he's been around for longer.
Yeah, he's been around for longer, yeah.
Other than his Saturday, his putter was poor, but I think the first 2 days, statistically, he was phenomenal with the putter. But just went a bit cold on the Saturday. But that, just going back to the playoff there, the drive McIlroy hit.
Miles as well. Absolutely.
It really bothered me when he started pulling the 3-wood out.
Yeah, a few people were saying that, yeah.
Just stick with the driver.
Yeah, he done that on 17, didn't he? Pulled out 3-wood. Still made birdie. I think he thought he left it short as well for a second shot, because it was right on the ridge, wasn't it? Yeah. Just got up.
Yeah.
Even that, I thought, is he going to hold it here, you know? But what I found ironic was in the first playoff hole, for his second shot, he had the exact same yardage as he did in the actual round.
Yeah.
See that when he missed it in the bunker, 125?
It was pin high, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, here we go again. and he's hit beyond Justin Rose's ball, and I thought they're going to have similar putts, and it just started getting better, and better, and better, and better. But like, I just thought, I read during the week that Jack Nicklaus was helping Rory kind of plot his way around the golf course.
They had a meeting, didn't they?
Yeah. And I'm not like, you could see at certain points in his round, he was being a lot more strategic than he had been in previous years, I think.
Yeah, less aggressive. Almost.
Yeah. But yeah, and like, listen, I think a massive part of Rory winning, someone who doesn't get the credit I think he deserves, is his caddy, Harry Diamond. You know? He
was getting, so much stick the last few years, he had to change a caddy.
Unnecessary
You're the
stick.
reason he's not...
Harry's a great player, like himself, you know? He's a very, very good player.
Well, there's a quote, because we talked about this, didn't we? And McIlroy said, quote, all the crap that he's had to take from people that know nothing about the game, this one is his as much as it is mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could see Harry was obviously sitting next to Erica and Pop at the end, and it was he's just part of that.
It's brilliant,
team, isn't he? But
Shane said that a couple of weeks ago as well. Like, just shut up. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a great caddy. But now he's probably put all the doubters to sleep, you know? Yeah, definitely. Like, he's just won, you know, it's a team effort at the end of the day. They've got themselves another major, green jacket, which is just unbelievable.
Incredible. That's what Shane was talking about, though. He was like, all McIlroy talks about is winning the Masters.
Yeah.
And he was like, he'll retire a happy man if he can.
If
he can do that.
I heard that. Yeah, and it's great as well. Like, see what, going back to like kind of Ryder Cup, you've got America and Europe. Like, when Rory walked off that 18th green, you've got all the players' wives, children. They're just all together. They're like a team. Do you know what I mean? You got Shane, you got Tommy at the end, hugging him and stuff. It's brilliant to see.
Amazing,
such good chemistry between the whole lot of them. Yeah. And I think that's why Europe do so well
versus the Americans. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
You always wondered, like, obviously coming up to Bethpage and the Americans giving McIlroy stick, but now he can be.
Yeah, I know. Grand Slam winner. He's done it all.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult for anyone to shout him in the crowd. You know? Yeah.
But you can imagine if he'd lost out yesterday, how much they could have potentially...
What do you think, right? If he's not won from the position that he was in yesterday, what do you think that does to his career?
So he's got a 4-shot lead, right? Going into the back nine. A guy like Tiger, right? He would have gone, probably won it by 3, 4, 5. Wouldn't he? Because he was unbelievable at being ahead.
Yeah, stats back that up as well, yeah.
But then I honestly don't know. I mean, how many other situations is he going to get himself into, you know, a Masters last round, Sunday, back nine, being 4 shots ahead? It's not going to happen, is it?
It was. I thought it was talking about, you know, the shots and stuff. He said, what was it about John Ram? After he double bogeyed the first, you know, he's very nervous teeing off, as we all would be. But like, the double bogey early on, said like he settled his nerves for him.
Big time. I think as a golfer, though, right? Even, you know, me and you, any other golfer, sometimes does that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where you make an absolute mess of it, and it's almost a bit of an absolute settler, isn't it? But, but he's been quite open about his mindset and like performance anxiety.
Yeah.
Being, you know, as nervous as what he was. And you could even like watching him though, as the round went on, there was a few tee shots that I just thought he was like, you could see he was a bit cagey, wasn't he?
Yeah. But what won him the Masters is the bounce back ability. Do you know what I mean? That's what won him it. Like, it was double bogeys, back with a birdie.
You look at his scorecard, right? It's just like...
It's like a bit of art.
Yeah, isn't it?
You know? What lies ahead for Rory now, right? After winning the Grand Slam, surely his career doesn't just continue the way it's going, which is very good, by the way, but it's surely got to go that way, right?
You'd think it's only going to go one way now, which is more majors, right?
Has to be, yeah.
Has to be.
Like... he's won 5, right? Which is great. which is great. But it's Rory McIlroy. So
he's got the absolute potential to go
that way.
Double it, couldn't he?
Definitely, right? Now, there's still so many people, like obviously Jack and Tiger are a bit different, right? But there's still so many names between Rory and Jack and Tiger. Like, surely he's got to catch, he's got to be the third best anyway.
Yeah.
Has to get up there, surely. If you think of that, like what he's mid-30s, isn't he? 35 or something, right?
I think so, yeah.
Let's say he's got minimum 10 years, right? There's Justin Rose, he's 44, right? So let's say he's got 10 years, there's 4 majors a year. Do the maths on that.
Yeah.
Like 40 majors. Quick maths.
You wonder if now, like, see, that pressure's off him to win it.
Yeah.
And I think any golfer can relate to that when there's that element of pressure, I say, eliminated, and there's so much, an element of a demon over him to win a major. You think now he's just got a free rein to go.
Yeah.
He's completed golf.
Yeah.
What else can he do?
Yeah. Sure, Shane said he'd be happy retired as long as he wins the Grand Slam, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
But what in his mind now, like you do wonder what you'll obviously have his own personal goals to go and achieve, but he's won everything. Literally everything.
And it's a good little run-up for him as well. Is it not Quail Hollow as well later this year? Is it Quail Hollow?
I'm not sure.
It's Portrush as well.
Portrush, yeah.
I'm sure I heard Quail Hollow. Could be wrong. Oops. Portrush, fancy him for Portrush.
But given is the talent that he's got, you can put him on any golf course and he's going to be up there, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. He's just one in a generation, Tom, isn't he? But see, like just watching it last night, it was just unbelievable. And you've got from the whole week, it was quite eventful. Quite eventful, Tom, wasn't it? So you've got
a few talking points.
You got your man
Ballister,
the Spaniard,
he was bursting for the toilet, isn't he?
He's bursting for a wee, so he unfortunately went into Rays Creek, which is a no-go zone.
You just can't be doing that, can you?
I can't believe he's just gone onto the creek and taken a wee.
I mean, you're in the grounds, right? Which obviously we've both never been, but
yeah.
Why choose I'd go in the trees if it was me.
Yeah.
As far away as possible that no one can see me.
For anyone that doesn't know, like Augusta is like the Holy Grail. Like the rules are pretty strict and quite rightly so. And there's just some things you can't do.
So this young lad, he's an amateur, right? Yep. Young Spanish, and he's won.
He's playing with Scheffler as well.
And Justin Thomas.
World number one.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas and Scotty Scheffler, and he thinks it's all right to go and take a wee in the lake. Unbelievable.
It was the creek, the creek, wasn't it?
Yeah, the creek.
But then when he was interviewed, he was like, if it came around, I'd do it again. Which
off the charts.
Yeah.
Like,
and he was getting stick for having
Sun Devils upside down and all that. Yeah.
Not too sure about that either, but
he so when I was playing in that Challenge Tour event during the week, I was playing with this Spanish lad, and we were talking about it going round, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Do you know him?" And he was like, "Yeah, like I'm good friends with him." I was like, "All right, jeez." It was like, is the boy just a complete lunatic or what? And he goes, "Oh man, no, like he's the nicest guy ever." But when I seen the interview, he was like, in Spanish, he was like, "What are you doing?" he was like, just completely out the blue. And he was like, "What are you saying? Just stop talking. Just stop talking."
That lad was saying that, yeah.
Yeah. He was like, it was so out of character. But yeah, like I don't actually know what the outcome was, if he got any punishment for it.
If he got a warning or something, yeah. But he was getting a lot of stick on, social media.
Can we talk a bit about Justin Rose? Like, this guy is 44-year-old, okay? His resilience in golf the last couple of years has been unbelievable.
Incredible, isn't he?
What a swinger of the golf club.
Yeah.
I think...
There's no weakness to his game.
No.
Not one part, I think, that... in all areas he's got it all covered, doesn't he?
So it's the second time he's been beaten a playoff as well. I just think for him to do what he done on a Sunday at Augusta, Even he was round one leader, was he?
Yep, he was.
Like, pretty good going to stay up there the whole time.
It was just that Saturday that let him down. It was the...
Yeah.
As I say, when I was... Almost came out of nowhere, didn't he, the last day, and just had that blitz of birdies, which...
I think it's my favourite swing on tour.
So good, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think he's a great competitor as well. I think he gets the credit he deserves as well. Yeah. He's super.
A little bit of a dark horse, isn't he?
Yeah.
In majors, like when you look down the list and go like, you've got your Schefflers, McIlroys, DeChambeaus.
Yeah.
You're that top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the Masters. He's always there. Patrick Reed as well, mate. In the Masters, he's so good run there.
Patrick Reed. You see, he hold the second shot on 17, was it?
Incredible.
And you're thinking to yourself, going up 18, if he holds the second shot
again.
Few noticeable names that missed the cut. See, Koepka was one of my picks as well. Disappointed.
That was poor.
Yeah.
But yeah, a few big names, isn't there?
Sergio as well. He was actually going all right and then just fell away as well.
Right. Final round. Opening hole.
Yeah.
He's on the Saturday. He's hit a drive 371 yards down the first, and I heard the commentators talking about pulling that tee back a bit further for the final round. Right, pretty much the exact same line. And it looks like he's hit it pretty good, but he's obviously caught the trap
bunker. Yeah,
yeah. He just thought he's not even hit that bad a tee shot, but he's caught obviously the bunker. Bryson's snapped it left.
He hit 3-wood as well.
Yeah.
Bryson, yeah.
And obviously McIlroy's had to lay back. He's hit an okay wedge shot in there, but you could sense that after that first putt, he's nervy.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you get a little bit
with
nervy with the putter?
Yeah, I suppose at times, yeah. Yeah.
You've seen guys in the past. Remember Ernie Els in the first?
Oh, mate. Yeah.
It was a seven putt. He was just trying to tap it in, going back and forth.
John Rahm done something like he 4-putted it last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's how he doubled it.
Yeah,
like see if my stroke feels like if I feel like I'm stroking it well, I don't get nervous. But if I feel like my stroke's like the waves, like then I can psychologically get a bit like, oh, this could go anywhere, and just try and steer it in, you know.
Well, that his opening 2 putts were they looked nervy, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely.
He's obviously like smashed the first one past, and the one coming back was...
See, just like Bryson and Rory as a pairing going out, right? Psychologically, I think Bryson DeChambeau is an absolute machine. Like, he's gritty and he's just like head down. I love how he's engaging with all the fans as well.
It was
he started doing that now, and the fans love him, eh?
Yeah. I've never known a guy from 2-3 years ago being... not or hated or disliked.
Stubborn and a bit, just, yeah.
But he was coming out with some controversial stuff and just the way he was behaving. But since his YouTube hitting shots over his house and stuff, brilliant, eh?
YouTube's class, isn't it?
Brilliant. But now he's transformed this image of being someone that, even myself, I wasn't a massive fan of him, but now, you know, what he's doing for the game is it's good. Brilliant, eh?
And I think that feeds off, like, as well, because, like, obviously Rory's in the zone, right? This is my take on it. Rory's in the zone as much as he can be, and if you see your other playing partner engaging with the fans, you know, giving them high fives and stuff, he's getting all this positive energy. And you see Rory last night, he started doing it as well, like more than he usually would as well. So it was almost like a battle. It's almost like they were like, Rory's like, no, I'm going to get this energy as well, you know?
Well, do you know what? See, it was on the 3rd hole, and McIlroy's made his birdie. The cheer from the crowd, to me, was significantly more than when Bryson would hole something. And it just shows how much support McIlroy has from, they love him. They absolutely love him. But there's just that. It's
just like, they love him, and it's the 10-year build-up of
wanting him to win.
It needs to happen, you know?
Yeah.
But like, yesterday, I just thought like Bryson, he had the lefts, didn't he? Left off the first, all the irons were left, into the water left.
Tee to green, he was poor, but his chipping and stuff around the green he was doing was incredible.
These guys don't get enough credit, because like Augusta is like you'll get found out if your game's not there. Do you know what I mean? And for these, like, I seen Jason Day hit a couple of absolute fizzers yesterday, which was unbelievable. Like the level of quality.
For those of you that don't know what a fizzer is, do you want to explain that, Jackson? What a fizzer is?
You know when you hit like a wee juicy spinny chip and it just grabs.
A fizzy nipper.
Wee chicken dipper. But like, I just don't think like you know when they hit a bad shot, everyone in the pub and stuff's like, this guy's he's rubbish, you know. And it's like, mate, that's like on a 10 degree downslope into the green lie, landing on a downslope of the putting green or whatever, you know.
Do you know how like
10 degree downslope? That even makes sense.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I'll go with that.
I'll go with that.
I can't do the maths. No good.
Downhill lie, but like the way the course was playing as well, it was like concrete.
Yeah,
it was fast and firm, and
and
there wasn't a lot of
the fairways. The fairways, the grains cut into you as well. Mm-hmm. So see, like the par fives, especially over the water for your approach shot, like you've got like anywhere between 50 and 100 yard wedge shot into the grain over water, and the greens are like.
It's interesting. I talked to a lot of people that I coached, and probably the same, and I asked them about, do you understand how the grain works? And quite often they'll go, no idea.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
And I've said that, approach to playing a particular type of shot into the grain is, you've got to approach it differently if you want to get, the right strike on it, don't you? So,
do you think there's anybody in that Masters that didn't want Rory to win yesterday?
I can't imagine. It was interesting. I saw today on social media had all the European boys posting.
Yeah, see that.
Congrats, Rory, your Højgaards and
Rafael Nadal.
Everyone European tour, were buzzing for him.
He got Matthew McConaughey, the actor. Mm-hmm. So he says, I love him. He's brilliant. Rafael Nadal,
that guy. Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, what a legend. And Rafael Nadal and all that. Yeah, it was superb. Like Wolf of Wall Street, that was in it.
Wolf of Wall Street, that's the one. What a film. That's my top.
And Happy Gilmore tweeted him, Adam Sandler. See that? Yeah.
See that.
He was like, congrats, blah, blah, blah. Regards, Happy.
Really?
Yeah, brilliant. Superb, like.
But yeah, I think everybody, even watching, there was that will for him to win. Even me watching him like on that in the playoff, you're nervous, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Palms were going in.
Yeah, but, even Tiger tweeted him. I thought it was class.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you think everybody thinks this Masters is better than Tiger's one?
I think so, mate, yeah. Do you know the difference in the two, right? Tiger came back from his injuries.
Yeah.
That was an unexpected win, wasn't it? Like, it came out a bit out of the blue. Everyone had written him off. But in this one, everyone expects Rory to do well, don't they? As in, like, he's the most talented golfer in the field, in my opinion. Obviously, your Scheffler's, right? Yeah. But every single major, they always went, is he going to win this one? Is he going to win this one? Is he going to win this one? But in 2019 with Tiger, and I remember the odds, because I remember that's the only event that I probably bet on is the Masters. Mm-hmm. And I remember that time Tiger wasn't the favourite to win it. But no. McIlroy this year, the form he's come into the event, he's the best player on the planet.
I tell you why Tiger's wins better.
Are we going to disagree on this?
Mate, there's no doubt, right? Tiger's last win was 2008, right?
Okay, go on. I'll let you finish.
This is not even up for debate, like, right? He's literally been built back together again. He's had so many surgeries. There's a bit of swear there. He's had so many surgeries. Like, his golf swing's been built up from the ground again for like the fifth time. The mental ability to come back and play golf after having all them. He had the yips at one point with the chipping, right? Which was scary to see. Remember that when he came back?
Have you had the chip and yips before?
No, have you?
I have, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That was when I first came over here and chipping into Greg.
Oh, yeah, I've done that briefly, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sound now, though. But
you're quite good. You played good today, actually.
Okay, mate, yeah.
But, yeah, Tiger, to do that, not win a major for a longer period than Rory. Yeah, 2008. Close anyway. Mm-hmm. To have all the surgeries and not even compete for so long.
So, I agree with you. That was probably like the most impressive Masters for him to win that, right?
Yeah.
But as a whole, to watch it as a spectacle, that was the best Masters.
Oh, man.
There's a difference between, I think that is the most impressive as a sports person to win 2019, but I think this one as a whole, emotionally, as a viewer, that was the best one.
I think you might be right because it's gone right down to the last hole, and Rory's made bogey. Tiger was leading going up the last hole, wasn't it? And he could afford to make bogey, right?
Yeah.
But that back nine, when, remember he was playing with, was it Molinari and Finau?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The par 3, over the water, he's hit the green, the other two lads have put in the water, and remember, social media were taking all the photos, as they were hitting their chip shots, he like walked extremely fast up to the green and just stood there with his hands on his hips to be like, I'm on the green, I'm putting for birdie, yous are about to make double. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's almost, yeah.
He has it, like, he has it.
Yeah. Well, just rewind them back to like...
The Masters is amazing.
It's the best.
Love it.
Masters or British Open?
To win, I'd love to win the British Open.
Me too. Yeah.
I love watching the both of them, but I just think the Masters is... Because it's at the same place every year, you know all the holes, it's a better viewing.
It's a better week, isn't it?
Yeah, because you know all the holes, but like Open's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Changes all the time.
It's different for us being from... Because that's all we know from being back home, right?
Yeah. But imagine winning the Open in Scotland.
St Andrews.
Retire. See ya. Next.
Yeah, going back to Bryson and McIlroy, final round.
Yep.
Bryson's come off. He was talking about like McIlroy didn't talk to him the whole round. And you think back to like when Tiger was in his prime, I think Finau talked about this, where the final round he wouldn't talk to him, or it was very little anyway. He wasn't giving him much chat. And you know, Bryson's come off the end of the round and going, he didn't talk to me. That was until they shook hands at the end. But I like that about McIlroy. He's a bit more like...
That's what he needs, I think, a bit more.
I think he does. Stop being, not nice, but as I say, a bit more like steel-edged. And
yeah, like Tiger would never talk to anyone like. See when Tiger won, I'm just going to go on a bit of a Tiger pet here, right? He was just like chewing his chewing gum, had the old school mocks on. Remember the Nikes?
He had that when he
won.
Yeah.
He had the Nike round necks on, which was a throwback. Chewing the chewing gum, big man looked like an absolute unit, you know, and just tunnel vision, didn't talk to anyone. And he got it done, you know. Legend.
He's you know, like I'm coaching at the golf club and people go, who's your favourite golfer? It's Tiger, isn't it?
Oh, 100% Tiger.
He's the king.
You know, I always remember, like, I was sat in my living room one day and my dad I was like, is this Tiger Woods? And I was really young, and Dad was just like, he had like a 15-foot putt, and he goes, see this Jackson, this guy, he doesn't miss these putts. You could just put your house in it. He just doesn't miss them. I just remember watching the whole thing. He just binned them from every single angle going, and he's just unbelievable.
Incredible.
Nobody's quite touched the game like Tiger yet.
Do you know the Tiger was, in my eyes, the best player ever, right? And the sort of shots he was playing out of bunkers and trees, and McIlroy had an element of that yesterday. He'd find himself in trees. There was that shot he hit on 7. He hit the 3-wood left, and you're looking at it going, he's dead, because the flag's tight to the front of the green, over the bunker, and he's hit this shot obviously up to. I think it sounded like it clipped a branch as well.
The commentator said it clipped a branch, but I don't think it did.
I watched it back. It sounded like it did clip something.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, he's hit the shot to 10 feet. It looked closer on
Yeah, because he was laughing, wasn't he?
howling with laughing.
Yeah.
I think there was 2 people walking up the side, and they were just looking over, going, "How about that shot?"
I think that's actually quite good to see as well. He probably needed that, you know. Yeah, like he's, you know, instead of just being to let some of that out, it's probably needed.
Yeah.
What was the other shot he hit out of the trees?
But he hit a number of shots out of the trees throughout the week, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was one. Didn't get lucky, but there was a certain number of shots that he was in the trees, and he had like a route through it. But as I say, if you're going to win, you need that element of luck sometimes as well, don't you?
I just thought that at the one point in the round as well, like Aberg was making a charge, wasn't he? And then to have the finish that he did.
I think that guy, the next 5 years, he's going to win. You'll win one minimum, a major. He's got it all.
Yeah, he does.
And he's only been around, what, 2 years on tour?
Yeah, it was so funny how he just got picked for the Ryder Cup team, eh?
Yeah. But you won in, is it
Yeah,
Crans?
Luke Donald was like, go and play Crans. He's like, okay, go and play Crans, wins.
You're in the
Pick
team.
me now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you.
And he was in college about, the same year before?
Like, everybody was just like, this guy is...
Incredible.
Like, you hear guys coming out of college and they're doing well and they might have a chance of going on tour and stuff. Everyone was just like, this guy has got it. Doesn't need to prove it. He's got it. You know? He's just unbelievable.
I love about him how he just like tee up, bang. He just hits it. Like
Over it, bang.
Yeah.
Doesn't even think, eh?
No thought process.
He reminds me a bit of like kind of Stenson, the way he just kind of...
But even on the range, mate, you know how the Masters app, by the way, is the best app
Best app.
in the world, right? And he was one of those guys. You can see how many shots they hit on the range, and he was one of them that didn't hit many.
Yeah.
Before going out.
Do you see who hit a lot of balls? Obviously, Bryson DeChambeau was number 1. Do you know who number 2 was?
Go on.
Old school, right? I think this stat's mental. So it was like Bryson, Jose Maria Olazabal. Do you know what I mean?
He's just getting his practice, and he's not played in.
Like, he hit something like 300 balls before he went out.
Incredible.
I was like, what? Fair play.
Yeah.
And he was actually going all right for a bit. It's a shame he missed the cut.
Yeah.
And Bernard Langer as well. See the pot in the last to miss the cut.
I know.
Bit devastating,
I
eh?
know. That's his last one, isn't it?
Last one, mate, yeah. You could always, like, when you're watching the TV Masters on the TV for years,
He's just always there, isn't
you
he?
could always just put him on, like, up there in the first few rounds, always.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Him and Freddie Couples.
Freddie
Couples. Oh.
What was that? On Thursday, he beat McIlroy,
Yeah.
JT,
Did he?
and Schauffele. Better score than all of them.
Freddie, eh? That's brilliant.
What a golf swing as well, isn't he?
What a golf swing. You know, Dino caddied for him at Emirates.
Did he?
Yeah, in the Desert Classic years ago, yeah.
Stephen Dean, by the way. So just for the guys that don't know him.
Stephen Dean, yeah. So I remember him telling me.
Yeah.
He calls himself like the Karate Kid or something. Does that. But brilliant, yeah. Absolute rhythm, eh? Tempo Town.
Tempo Town, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Dad loves him.
Max Homa, another talking point.
Better.
Yeah. But it hadn't made a cut since July 2024.
What?
Yep. Hadn't made a cut since then.
Wait, what?
Yep.
July 2024?
Hadn't made a cut since July 2024. Wild, isn't it?
That is mental.
People
really?
looking at like he's obviously gone from Titleist to Cobra.
Lululemon as well. That Lululemon stuff
Must be the
is a
Lululemon.
Big fan, by the way. Big fan.
He's obviously been quite out about changing his swing and working with a new coach and stuff. But
Yeah.
talented guy, but just obviously taking time for other things to bed in. But
Like JT a wee bit, eh? But he's not really kicked on much. I know he done all right the other week, but he's still struggling a wee bit, eh?
even look at like a Spieth. Came out early doors in his career. Was it Masters, US Open? And he's just kind of fallen away, isn't he?
Yeah.
But, Europeans are just on the absolute charge this year.
Bethpage Black is going to be absolute carnage.
Incredible, isn't it?
Absolute carnage. I think we can do it as well. Enough of the Masters. So, going into the other majors, Tom, we have the So just finished the Masters, got the PGA next.
Yep.
Then we've got the US Open, and then we've got the Open.
Funny order this year, eh?
Funny order. Ryder Cup in September, isn't it?
Amazing.
Oh, Bethpage.
Let's go.
So, just give me three people, or three winners. US, PGA, US, and the Open.
PGA, I'm going to go for an American. I'm going to go for Colin Morikawa.
Like that. And next one?
US Open. Do you think he can go back to back?
Big shout.
I'm going to go Bryson.
Bryson?
Bryson.
Oh, yeah. And the Open.
Portrush,
Mr. Shane Lowry.
Gosh, McIlroy did it again. Do you know what? You know how he's talked about, retiring after winning the Masters? You think Portrush winning that, like, cap it all off, isn't it? Can they get any better than that? I'm going to go McIlroy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like that. I'm going to go Morikawa as well.
Okay.
I'm going to go Rory.
At the
Yeah.
US Open?
Yeah. And I'm going to go Rory for the Open.
Well,
I think he could just go. He could go after this week.
3 in 1 year.
Yeah, mate. Absolutely, man. This could just send him. Thanks very much for joining us, guys, on the Centre Strike podcast. That was our Masters review. What a week it was, Tom. Rory McIlroy, Grand Slam winner. Please join us next week, guys. We have a very reputable guest on the Centre Strike podcast next week. One you don't want to miss, guys. Is that us, Tom?
That's us, mate.
That's us in our green Masters room. Come on.
Brought the lights to you.
Right, guys. Thank you for watching. Over and out. See you next time. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. This is a Centre Strike podcast with Jackson and Tom.
I thought you looked at me earlier. Masters.
How does it go again?
What about Jordan hitting the boy in the nuts?
What?
Jordan Spieth hitting the boy in the nuts with his club.
That was good. That was good seeing that, yeah. 2 martinis, 7.5 minutes after, you're going to bring us another 2.